Hi guys, so this is definitely the last time I'm going to record this video. I've made several attempts so far. Everyone's been a little bit of a flop. But I'm going to record this time and hopefully let's get it right. So, what am I here for today? Today I want to be talking about 100 days of code. What is the point of 100 days of code and what can you get from doing 100 days of code? So, from anybody who isn't already aware, 100 days of code is a concept which relies on you doing at least 1 hour of code every day for 100 days and posting something on social media every day to share what you've been working on, what you've been doing and the progress you're making. There's several reasons why this is good. The main one for me was that it gives you the push to commit. The second point was it gave me focus, and another great point I would make about it is it gives you something to look back on. And I'd just like to clarify before I start that 100 days of code is just one variation. You can do any other number of days. Some people do 30 days, some people do 365 days, and anything here, there and in between. Any of them is fine, it's just what's easiest for you. To be fair, when I did 100 days of code, I had the advantage that I was on furlough at the time, which meant I had a lot more time to commit to doing 100 days of code. If I tried to do it now, and I have tried to do it now, I struggle a lot more because giving 100 days every day is a big effort if you haven't got the time to do it, and making the time is not always as easy as you might think. But anyway, I digress. The point I wanted to make is, first of all, how does 100 days of code make you more committed? Well, if you're posting something on social media every day and you're promising on social media that you're going to be doing this every day, it gives you a drive and it gives you a reason to be posting, because you don't want to put something on social media, I'm going to do 100 days of code, and then after a week you're not doing it, you decide you've given up, you can't do it, because that will make you look bad in front of your peers, in front of your fans, in front of your subscribers. They don't want to see that, and you don't want them to see that. You want them to see the best of you. And the best of you is you committing, you sticking to your promises, you doing what you said you'd do, and it really does give you drive and commitment. So the second point I want to make is focus, and focus can be achieved with this method by the fact that you don't have to commit 12 hours a day or 10 hours a day, or whatever you might otherwise think is necessary to get better at what you're doing. You might think, oh, the only way I'm going to learn is do this, and if I do 12 hours of this and then 12 hours here and then 12 hours there, you're going to burn yourself out. And that is the biggest risk for anybody learning something new, is the harder you try to learn it, the more difficult you can make it for yourself. You can stress yourself out, you can burn yourself out, and you can make yourself ill in some circumstances. And the best thing to do is to find a better way. And in this circumstance, I think 100 days of code is great because you have to commit 1 hour a day. 1 hour. That's all you have to commit. If you want to commit more, or you feel happy to commit more, you can commit more. But you don't have to sit there and go, I'm doing 12 hours today, I'm doing 12 hours tomorrow, I'm doing 12 hours the day after. So I could say on Monday I'm going to do an hour of code, and then on Tuesday I might plan to do an hour of code, but I might get into what I'm doing, I might start working on a project, and I think, actually I've got some time to spare, I can work a little harder at this, I can put a bit more time in because I'm enjoying myself. Now, this is great, because you're building that focus of doing it an hour every day, you're dedicating that time either way. And if you can do a little bit more, you will do a little bit more, and you will find that you enjoy it more by doing it in small bursts at the start, because otherwise, like I say, you will stress yourself out, you will suffer burnout. Many developers have been there, many people in many professions have been there. You don't want to do that. So focus on smaller amounts of time, and in the end your focus will improve, your enjoyment will improve, and it will be a much better experience for you. My third point was that it gives you something to look back at, and when I say it gives you something to look back at, it's because you are posting something on social media hopefully every day, and by doing that you have something to refer to when at the end of your journey, or even halfway through your journey, you might think, I need to see where I've come from here. Where did I start? Or you might get to the end and go, well actually I don't feel like I've achieved that much, I don't feel like I've improved. Well, I promise you If you go back at what you were posting and sharing on day one, and you compare it to what you were posting by the end, or even halfway through your journey, if let's say at day 50 you're thinking, oh, I've built this today, but I don't think it's that good, go and look at what you built on day one. Even if you're an experienced developer, what you've done will be better at day 50 than what it was at day one, and it will be even better by day 100. It's about building a pattern, it's about building consistency, and by doing that, especially in a development role, you are developing skills that are important. You need those skills. Points I'm going to make today. So we had commitment, focus, and it gives you something to look back on. Those are three main key areas that you should be thinking, this is what I should be doing 100 days of code for. I'm not saying there aren't other bonuses, I'm not saying there aren't other things, but those are my main takeaways, and they're the ones I think you should focus on if you're going to do 100 days of code. So I hope this video has been helpful. I hope you've got a better idea of 100 days of code and how it can be beneficial to you as a new or experienced developer. And if you do decide to do 100 days of code, or even if you just want to leave me a comment, please do so down below. Please like, do share, and definitely do subscribe.